It's another episode of The Greg Larson Show, and as usual, I want to tell you that I have a Patreon page, Greg Larson on Patreon. You can support me doing this podcast and comedy in general. There are extra episodes on there. I did an episode where I solved people's problems. They write in and say, I've got a problem, and I solve it. It's a really cool show. I hope you enjoy it.
I hope you sign up to my Patreon. I hope you sign up now.
Sign up now.
The Greg Larson Show. The big unit is ready to go. The Greg Larson Show. Muck around on the marzipan. A fresh custard in his hand. The greatest podcast in all the land. Greg Larson Show.
Greg. How you going, everyone? My name's Greg Larson, and this is the Greg Larson Show. And I just want to have a little chat to you. I want to unpack. I want to lick up the cream of the week. I want to go through all the cream that came out this week and lick it up and have a look and unpack it and see what's what. What do you guys want to talk about? I want to talk about Elon Musk. I talked about last week how he gave a little Nazi salute, and everyone was in the media was like, oh, he gave a one-armed gesture, a Roman-style salute. And I want to make a correction. This podcast is, I am a citizen journalist. I am a journalist of equal standing to those ones that did Watergate. I am a citizen journalist, kind of like that guy that I saw on a documentary about the Johnny Depp trial, and he dressed up like Deadpool and made videos about the Johnny Depp trial, Amber Heard trial. And he was dressed as Deadpool, kind of like that. I'm a citizen journalist, and I need to, retract things when I make mistakes. And last week I made a mistake. I came on here and I said, look, Elon Musk did a Nazi salute. He intentionally did it. I said, I don't know what he was doing. He might have been trolling. He might have been a Nazi. He might, it might have been legitimate. It might have been a dog whistle. It might have been a bad joke because he was high. But either way, he definitely did it. Now, I was wrong. He didn't do it as a joke or because he was trolling. I need to clarify. He did it because Elon Musk is a neo-Nazi who believes, in the teachings of Adolf Hitler. I just want to be clear and concise when I say this. He did it because he is a neo-Nazi. Elon Musk is a neo-Nazi who loves Adolf Hitler and believes in Nazi ideology. It's true. I mean, last week, there's things you could say. You could be like, oh, maybe he was trolling. And then the things I said, obviously, I want to retract when I'm wrong. He wasn't trolling. He just is a neo-Nazi. Because trolling, the definition of trolling, and I think I've gone into this in another episode, but trolling is when you don't really believe something. It's just, you're just trying to get a reaction. Whereas what Elon Musk did was signal to other Nazis that he is a Nazi. Because since then, he came out in support of and appeared at an AfD rally. Now, the AfD is a German far-right political party, and they are literally the spiritual successor to the Nazi Party. And I need to, you got to be clear when you're talking about fucking Nazis, because everyone's a Nazi. You know what I mean? I once saw, everyone's a Nazi, everyone's a fascist, according to people like me. I remember once seeing my friend's dad. It's a word that gets thrown around a lot. I remember once seeing my friend's dad when I was in high school, and he was fixing the oven door in his in his house, and he was a nudist as well, which was weird. And I remember waking up, and my friend's dad was there, crouched on the kitchen floor, completely naked, and I could see his balls touching the cold tiles of the kitchen floor, and he was trying to fix the oven door, and he called the oven door a fascist. And I don't think the oven door did follow the works of Mussolini or Hitler. I don't think the oven door was a fascist. I think the oven door was a piece of metal and glass. But the word gets thrown around a lot, but I want to be so clear when I say this. The AfD are legitimately the spiritual successor to the Nazi Party. They explicitly and specifically, because, obviously the Nazi Party in Germany is banned. It is illegal to call yourself a Nazi. It is illegal to do a Nazi salute. It is, there's so many things that are illegal, but there is a party that is essentially the spiritual successor to the Nazi Party, and that is the AfD. They intentionally use language that is similar to things that Hitler and the Nazis said. They quite specifically talk about the Holocaust and how it wasn't really Germany's fault, and that they should get rid of the Holocaust memorial and so blah blah blah. They're extremely, they want an end to immigration. They believe in the purity of German ethnicities, and they, talk about the Great Replacement, which is a Nazi ideology, which is that, various races are mixing with white people until we are bred out of existence, which doesn't really, I don't even understand how that's bad. Your great-great-grandkids will, be fine, though, their skin might be darker because you have a hot root with someone who isn't white. Oh no. Oh no. I had a hot root with someone who wasn't white, and now my kids are happy and their skin isn't totally white. Oh no. Anyway, Elon Musk spoke at the AfD rally because Elon Musk believes in the Great Replacement theory, and he's since gone on to say clearly that he believes in the Great Replacement theory. And this is it fucking pissed me off that the media was talking about all this stuff. The way they were talking about this stuff, the way that they were saying he was doing this one-armed Roman-style gesture that some people have interpreted, he did a Nazi salute. And then you got fucking Peter Dutton. Now, for my non-Aussie listeners, Peter Dutton is the leader of the opposition. He is the guy currently running for Prime Minister. He's not the Prime Minister. He's the head of the Conservative Party, the Liberal Party, because we say liberal in the correct term, in the correct context. He looks like Voldemort. People say you shouldn't make fun of the way he looks. I do. I think he looks like a fuckhead. He's an ex-cop. He was why did he leave the police force? Don't know. No one seems to talk about that. He doesn't like people talking about that. He doesn't want to bring it up. It's unclear. Why did he leave the police force? Anyway, he's been out there calling out anti-Semites in Australia because there's been some anti-Semitic hate crimes happening in Australia at synagogues and stuff in Sydney. Now, he's doing that not because he cares that anti-Semitism is occurring. I want to make it clear that I think this is disgusting, and I think you know, it's a horrible thing that is going on that Peter Dutton doesn't give a fuck about. He cares about it because it's politically convenient for him to do so, because that gives him a point of difference from the current government, the Labor Party, which care about it but not enough, because they said, oh, if, you know, the Labor Party said if Israel commits war crimes, that would be bad. And Peter Dutton said, that's implicit support for Hamas. You're an anti-Semite. Like, because he had to figure out a way to position himself differently. And this is awkward for Peter Dutton, right? Because Peter Dutton is himself a psychotic racist and has made a career out of race baiting and scaring Australians about race. Like he's made a career out of making us terrified of Indigenous youths killing people. He's made us a career out of terrifying us that Sudanese youths are killing people. There's always like different non-white ethnicities youths killing people. And he is like, you know, obviously, like, I'm not going to say that Peter Dutton hates Jewish people, but it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. He was an ex-Queensland cop. I mean, like, he's probably good friends with some anti-Semites, some rabid anti-Semites. So he's calling out the Labor Party and all these other people for, you know, anti-Semitism. But he doesn't say shit about Elon Musk or Trump or like any of the rabid anti-Semites that have taken hold of the US government. He doesn't say shit about the anti-Semitic neo-Nazis. And again, I'm not using hyperbole. When I say neo-Nazis, I'm saying it specifically about neo-Nazis in Melbourne and Adelaide who protested on Australia Day because they wanted to keep Australia white, keep Australia Day where it is. We love Australia. And we also hate Jewish people and people who aren't white. They had these big demonstrations on Australia Day, some neo-Nazi groups. And Peter Dutton didn't say shit about them because they're his base. Like, he's like, you know, I'm not going to go so far as to say that Peter Dutton is a Nazi. I will go so far as to say Nazis vote for him and he needs the support of Nazis. And he is complicit in the rise of neo-Nazis and the rise of anti-Semitism. He is one of the causes of the rise of anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism. Like, he is one of the ones who stoked the flames that led to the Christchurch massacre. He is one of the ones that promotes like these quote-unquote alt-right psychotics teaching us things about the Great Replacement and shit like that. And he's only talking about anti-Semitism insofar as it gets him elected. He doesn't actually give a shit about it because he needs anti-Semites to vote for him. That's his base. His base are racist, redneck, Nazi, fucking psychotic, degenerate scum. Well, that was no good. That audio said Peter Dutton fucks dogs, but it was too quiet and too soft. Because I've got a new voice effect that's way deeper.
It's almost impossible to understand what I'm saying, but it's quite sexual. It reminds me of a fairy.
I said it reminds me of a furry. Like, this is what I imagine furries do. They put on voices like this and then they yiff. Yiffing is when two furries have sex. I'm not yucking your yum. I'm just describing it. I'm just fucking describing it, mate. I'm just a report. I'm a citizen journalist, and I'm telling you what furries do. They dress up like dogs and they fuck, and they make grunting sounds like this. And I'm not judging. I'm not yucking your yum. I'm just saying this is what they do. They go like. Hello. Frank Walker from National Tiles. We need to come up with a nickname for Peter Dutton. This is something that that lefties and, quote unquote centrists. I hate using the word centrist, as I've explained before, but this is what people have not understood about Trump. Trump is really good at essentially childish name calling. That's what he's good at. That's what he's good at, is what he does, and it's worked for him really well. Like, this has actually worked for him really well. He just calls people childish nicknames and it wins votes. Crooked Hillary, Sleepy Joe. He just comes up with these silly, offensive, dumb nicknames. He just says, he's like, you're going to jail. Crooked Hillary, Sleepy Joe, you're fired. And people love it because it's just like this sort of, it's just childish, but it's cathartic in a way, isn't it? Rather than saying, look, my opponent is, seems to be doing a little bit of mental gymnastics. No, fucking, you're a criminal. You're a crook. And it's the only lesson I think we should take away from Donald Trump is that that works, and we should do more of that. We should do more childish name calling of people in politics we disagree with. And when I say we disagree with, I mean, in Peter Dutton's case, disagree with because he is wrong. He is factually incorrect. He is wrong about everything. But anyway, like we should call people names more often. And now a lot of people might say to me, well, hang on a second. You shouldn't be calling people names. That's stooping to their level. We shouldn't stoop to their level. We shouldn't go low. When they go low, we go high. Well, how's that working out for you? How's that working out? When you go low, when they go low, you go lower. When they get in the sewer, you get in the sewer pipe. You put on your fucking latex and your spandex and you wallow around in the sewer, sucking it up, living in the poos and the wees. People say that you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't resort to their level. You shouldn't. People like to say you shouldn't fight fire with fire. And they say you shouldn't fight fire with fire. That you can't fight fire with fire. But you can fight fire with fire. It's called backburning. And it's one of the most effective firefighting techniques we have. I think we should do more political name calling. More of it. Not less of it, more of it. More getting in the gutter, more getting in the muck, more catharsis. I want to get a name started for Peter Dutton. I want to get a nickname started for Peter Dutton. I'm going to spitball it now. I'm going to figure it out right now. This is the official Peter Dutton have a think about the name segment. Peter Dutton. What's his nickname? What's his name gonna be? He's a Peter Dutton man. He is bad and he looks like shit and I don't want him around anymore. I wish that he lived in the sea. He's Peter Dutton. Fuck this cunt. Peter Dutton, why don't you go and fuck off, cunt? Why don't you go and eat a shit and lick the balls? Oh, I thought it was over. It's not over. Lick the balls. Peter Dutton. What's a good nickname for Peter Dutton? Well, I mean, as I say all this, I do know I say cunt, fuck, shit a lot, and that can't be it because it has to be a name that can be repeatable in the 7 o'clock news, right? Crooked Hillary and Sleepy Joe, they were names they were childish nicknames that you could say on primetime television. So Peter Dutton needs a nickname, and it's got to be a little bit clever. It's got to be a little bit clever. I was thinking this, right? Well, let's break down what Peter Dutton does. Peter Dutton, when it comes to the truth and accountability, I would say Peter Dutton is walking away. I would say he turns his back on the truth and he walks in the opposite direction. He's walking towards division. That's where he's walking towards. He's walking towards a backward society. He's walking backwards. He's walking away from the truth. He's walking forwards to division. He's walking backwards from the future. He's whatever direction he's walking is the wrong direction, but he is walking. He's walking Australia down the garden path. That Peter Dutton. He's walking Australia down the garden path, and he loves it. He loves walking us down the garden path. He loves walking us away from progress. He's counting his steps. He's up there. He's walking along, counting his steps, isn't he? He's got his phone. He's got one of those apps on his phone. He's got a smart watch with the pedometer on it, and he's going, how many steps have I done today away from the truth? How far have I walked away from the truth with his pedometer, with his old pedometer? What do you call a pedometer? A pedo. Pedo Pete. He's walking away from the truth. Pedo Pete. He doesn't know the truth if it bit him on the bum. Pedo Pete. He's walking Australia down the garden path. Pedo Pete. He's got his pedo mates. They've all got their pedometers as well. His gang of pedos. The Liberal Party, the gang of pedos. Pedo Pete and the gang of pedos with all their pedometers out as they walk away from the truth. Peter Dutton. Pedo Pete. Pedo Pete, that's the name. I hope it sticks. That's Pedo Pete. Pedo Pete. Pedo Pete.
Suck my pussy.
Pedo Pete. I reckon that'll stick. Well, thank you so much. We've got to go to a little ad break. So we'll be right back after these messages. Hi. Come to Craig's Discount Warehouse. My name's Craig. I've got 17 different kinds of ceramic frogs. They're really different sizes and that. Little frogs that like ceramic frogs. I'm not really sure what else I can tell you about them. I own a warehouse. It's on the highway. It's a highway rest stop. Going up the Hume Highway. We've got all these frogs. Don't come here thinking there's a glory hole.
All of Australia is talking. All of Australia is up in arms because there's a new restaurant that serves chicken in a new way where you eat it through your bumhole. That's right. Big John's Bumhole Chicken. It's the newest chicken restaurant where you eat chicken and chips and gravy exclusively through your bumhole. You can sit down at one of our tables and then flip around and we'll serve that chicken directly into your bumhole. It's not a sexual proclivity. Eating chicken through your bumhole is the new way to eat chicken. Brad Pitt's doing it. Mia Khalifa is doing it. These are celebrities who have endorsed bumhole chicken. There's more. Gary Sweet, the actor, is eating chicken through his bumhole. And if you want to eat chicken through your bumhole, the only place you can do it is at Big John's Bumhole Chicken, where the chooks are fresh, hot, and served straight to your fucking bumhole. Get them in your bumhole here at Big John's Bumhole Chicken. Stuff that bumhole full of chook. Full of hot chook. I'm talking seasoned chicken and chips and gravy and a potato bake. Creamy potato bake smushed into your bumhole. Chicken legs, bones and all. You're allowed to put chicken bones in your bumhole. It's not, you can't feed cook chicken bones to a dog, but you can feed them to your bumhole. Big John's Bumhole Chicken, where we serve chicken into your bumhole. Don't call the cops.
Thank you. That was Big John's Bumhole Chicken, a sponsor of the Greg Larson Show. Thanks so much to Big John's. If you want chicken served directly into your bumhole, hit them up at www.bigjohns.nz/geocities.com.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Is that clear?
Do you know that there's some dead shits in the world today that are boycotting the beer Great Northern? And like, let me start this by saying that I, think that Great Northern is a terrible beer, and the fact that someone would not drink it is is good, because why would you drink it in the first place? I don't know if you've ever had Great Northern. It's a fucking awful beer. I used to be of the opinion, like that old saying, beer is like sex. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. But Great Northern is like having sex, with a bag of rotten meat that has been left out in the sun for a week, and your neighbours are watching you, and you don't know why you're doing it. You don't know what you don't want to keep doing it.
It's great. You are everything that's gone wrong in this world.
Want the truth? You can't handle.
Comedy. Great Northern. But Great Northern, here's what they did, right? People are saying that they've gone woke. People on Facebook and others are saying that Great Northern has gone woke. You can look this up in the news. You can look it up. You can Google this. Great Northern have gone woke. Now, I saw that people were angry. I saw a headline like, people boycotting Great Northern because it's gone woke, quote unquote woke. And I actually had, I guess, like a game with myself, I was like, I wonder what they've done, right? My first thought was like Great Northern has released like a can that has a rainbow flag on it. And people, to conservatives and neocons and all the rest of them, like, being accepting of someone's sexuality is gone woke. If a gay person is alive, then it's woke, to them. Or maybe, maybe they've got an ad that features women in it. I thought maybe that's what they've done. They've tried to go on for, normally the ads for beer all have blokes in them, but maybe they put a woman in it, because that's another thing that happens. If you go online, dudes will be like, especially when it comes to video games, if you put a woman in a video game, people are like, this is gone fucking woke. This woke shit. Women aren't real. I don't think they think women are real. I think they think they're made up. And we're trying to like indoctrinate kids with this idea that women are alive, and they're like, no, they're not, because like wokeness to them is just putting a woman behind, like in front of a camera or in a thing, right? So I'm like, yeah, but in my heart I was like, I know this is going to be rainbow flag. I reckon that was what I had the bet with myself, right? I went $100 to myself. I'll bet $100 to myself. I'll give myself $100. I reckon it's a rainbow flag. I reckon that's what people are protesting. And I clicked on the article to see what they were mad about, what has gone woke. Not in a million years would I have guessed. Not in a million fucking years would I have guessed what Great Northern had done that was woke in these people's eyes. And I don't think if you're listening to this and you know about this story, then I mean, but if you don't know, have a think. It's not a rainbow flag. It's not women. It's not anything to do with sexuality or gender. It's not anything to do with sexuality or gender whatsoever. They've supported a cause that is woke, and it has nothing to do with gender or sexuality. And you're thinking, well, maybe ethnicity. It's got nothing to do with ethnicity. What is this cause that they are supporting that is woke? Great Northern were donating some small amount of money to some organization that cares about, protecting national parks. The people who drink Great Northern, and they must have parasite-addled, shriveled little nubs for brains, because they already drink Great Northern. It's a terrible beer. The people who drink Great Northern, the Queensland Conservative, and that is the base, I think, the Conservative Queenslanders, they think that national parks are woke. What the fuck is wrong with conservatism? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? What kind of fucking parasitic mind virus there is a woke mind virus. There is a woke mind virus, and it is people that think things are woke, that are like, this thing is woke. They just, like, national parks. A national park is woke. A company is woke because they're giving money to national parks. What? Why don't you live in a river? That's my genuine question. Why don't you fill up a 44-gallon drum with fermented, rotten chicken intestines and slide yourself into it and live in there? And when people come by and say, what are you doing? You say, I'm a muck man. I live in the muck. And then you just keep saying, muck man, muck man. Like, why don't you do that? You can't live in this world. If you think national parks are woke, you can't live on this earth. You need to go. You need to get shot into the sun. We need a good version of Elon Musk. We need like a white hat. If Elon Musk is the evil one, we need a good one. Someone that has a company that builds rockets. I mean, obviously Elon Musk doesn't build anything. He doesn't do anything. He's a leech. He's a tapeworm on the colon of society. But we need someone a scientist, an actual scientist, not a fucking rich kid whose parents owned a sapphire mine and he's an apartheid neo-Nazi loving cunt. We need a good one to build a rocket and just walk around asking people, hey, do you think national parks just existing? Do you think the idea of a national park existing is woke? And if they say yes, they get shot into the sun. Find a flaw in that plan. Find a flaw in that plan. You can't.
Hey!
How are national parks woke? I was in a national park recently. They're rugged. There's craggy rocks. There's gum trees. I saw a python. People who fucking, there is a Venn diagram between people who hate things that are woke and who own snakes is a circle, right? Like, there's snakes in national parks. They literally exist to make sure there's more snakes. Like, and that's woke? Like, what are you fucking stupid? I want to spit in your mouth. And people are uploading videos of them running over Great Northern beer in their trucks, in their four-wheel drives, in their fucking utes. Like, it's not even a fun cause to get, like, it's not even like, it's like, it's an administrative thing. Like, it's not even something that you can be passionate about. Like, how can you be passionate about hating national parks? Because the land still exists. It's just like, oh yeah, now this is an administrative thing that, you know, you can't, like, it's cause, and I'm saying this as I'm thinking this as I'm saying it. It's because they can't do burnouts in them. You can't do a burnout in a national park. You can't snakes are around, but you can't chop the heads off and then like put your dick inside the head of the snake and then take photos and put them on Facebook going, you know, I fucked a snake, which is what these scumbags do. That's what they all do. Like, if you think national parks are woke, you need to fucking, like, seriously, get a 44-gallon drum, get some chicken in entrails, let them ferment in the thing until they go rotten, and then climb inside. And that's where you live now. You have to live in there. There should be a law that you have to live in there. You scumbag. I just want to do a little quick follow-up too on, I was talking about the media being stupid and how you should never go to press conferences. And they should never go to press conferences. They should never go to press conferences. I was watching the news, right? I'm sick of this. I'm fucking sick of this. I watch the news every morning when I have my coffee and I want to see the fucking headlines. I want to see what's happening in Gaza. I wonder what's happening in Gaza.
Israel is committing genocide. Israel is committing a genocide. Israel is an apartheid state.
boycott Israel. Price check on boycott Israel.
Like, I just want to see the headlines when I'm watching the news. And and today they went, we got to cut away. We got to go to a press conference. Peter Dutton is speaking in Alice Springs. Peter Dutton speaking in Alice Springs, I know two things. One, he's going to be saying heaps of race-baiting crap. And two, Jacinta Price is going to be standing behind him nodding, going, yeah, he can't be racist because I'm here. Right? Now, here's the thing, right? They cut to this press conference, which I've already gone on about. There's no reason to ever film a press conference ever. There's no reason to be there. There's no reason to watch it. It is pointless. You are running an ad for a politician. You are running an ad for a business. Like the Liberal Party is a fucking business. It's a money laundering business and you're running ads for them. But here's the thing, before they cut to the press conference, they go, we're going to cut to a press conference with Peter Dutton in Alice Springs as he tries to talk about how Indigenous people are ruling in our society, but framing it in a way that he doesn't explicitly say that. And so anyway, they're going to cut to Peter Dutton and they say, but just a warning, the sound quality is very bad. What the fuck are you doing? If the sound quality, and then it cut to it and the sound quality was really bad. It was like they only had the internal mic on their camera and you could just...
you could just sort of hear Peter Dutton sort of talking like this and it was like really...
And you couldn't understand a fucking word that was being said. It's already a waste of time. Are you that committed to having the most dog shit content on your channel that you will cut to it even when it's inaudible? You're like, well, we can't not piss directly into the ears and eyes of the viewer. Like, we could just not show this press conference because the audio is not working. But no, not only do we have to show them something terrible, we have to make it an even worse experience for them. You are that committed to just being the worst cunts. And also, and another thing I saw on the media, like, this is fucked up, right? There was this crazy cult in Toowoomba. They killed a child. And recently they were found guilty of manslaughter. 14 people in this crazy religious nutjob cult. They killed a child. And the media was still going fucking soft on them by saying, what was the word they used? I wrote it down. Religious fringe group. And alternative beliefs. They were saying like alternative beliefs, alternative religion, a religious fringe group. Like they're worried that they're going to upset someone. If there's a small group of people, there's like 14 of them and they kill a kid because of their nutjob religious beliefs. Like, not only is it like you're not going to get sued for defamation, media, you fucking weak dogs. It is a cult. Like, that's not hyperbole. That's the definition of a cult. A small group of people with like fanatical beliefs that believe in like killing a kid because they'll resurrect the child. That's a cult. You can say cult. You're allowed to say cult. Say cult. People are too worried about offending people with psychotic beliefs. We're way too worried about, giving just nut job beliefs any kind of it's like we have to respect everyone's opinion. No, we don't. You're allowed to call something a cult when it's a cult, right? And when like conservatives love to say this, they're like, oh, the so-called tolerant left. If a lefty gets mad at someone for doing something, they'll be like, oh, here we go. It's the so-called tolerant left. Well, you're intolerant of my belief that gay people should burn in hell. You're intolerant of my belief that gay people should burn in a lake of eternal damnation. The so-called tolerant left. Well, to them I say, I never said I was tolerant. I'm not tolerant. I'm very intolerant. And whack job ideas. Like, I am very like hey, look. I think people's gender, sexuality, their race, their ethnicity, these things are, these are part of who people are, and they shouldn't be discriminated against because of those things. I think discrimination should be illegal when in those cases. Yeah, I'm an ally. I'll say it. I think women have just as many equal rights as men, or should have. I'm an ally. I will say it. But I don't give a fuck about your opinions. Not everyone's opinion is as valid as anyone else's. And like a cult is like, that's just an opinion. That's not like some unchanging thing. You just have like an opinion like, oh, I reckon there's like a special magic man that's going to make my dick get big. Like that's just a dumb idea. Like this is just a dumb fuck idea. You know, like I can respect people's opinions to a point, but I don't have to respect every opinion or be tolerant of every opinion or ideology. Fuck that. Like, you know, if you're like, oh, I love Adolf Hitler. Yeah, fuck your opinion. Fuck your ideas. Fuck your ideology. Go fuck yourself, you dog cunt. You know, if you're in a cult, you're in a fucking cult. Stop being in a kooky cult, you dog cunt. Stop fucking killing people in your stupid cult. You know, it's like if someone was around my house, you know, I would never discriminate against someone based on the color of their skin or their sexual preference or anything like that. But if someone came around to my house and started spouting a bunch of bullshit ideology, like if they were like, oh, you know, I think the Great Replacement is real, or if they were like, oh, I think Hungry Jacks make good chips, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like Hungry Jacks make D-tier chips. They are the worst chips of all the fast food chains. And if you think Hungry Jacks are good chips, I don't want you near my kids, mate. I don't want you near my fucking kids. You should be forced to go round and go to houses and go, hey, I just moved in next door. I think Hungry Jack's chips are good. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking cunt. We're too tolerant of like psychotic ideas. And that's the problem, right? It's the problem. And it's the problem that's happened since COVID. I've become less tolerant of psychotic ideas since COVID because it used to be, I never cared, you know, if you like tarot cards, if you like spirituality, if you like alternative medicines, homeopathy, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm like, you know, you do you, whatever. If it makes you feel better, go for gold. I don't care. Like, go for gold. But we've realized since COVID that now it's a very direct path from that sort of spiritual wellness bullshit to like straight up, you know, fascism. You know, now if someone says to me, hey, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm like, there's 2 years max before they're saying Heil Hitler. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. Last thing I want to quickly talk about. Where's my card here? Okay. I don't know if you've heard of a guy called Jackson Doherty. I have not heard of this guy called Jackson Doherty. And even as I say it, I realize I don't even really know who he is. Like, because I literally heard of him today, right? I'm typing his name in now. I'm going to look him up on Instagram. Before I do that, this is what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to look him up and I'm going to make a ruling as to whether or not this guy's a fuckhead. I don't know if he's a fuckhead. I don't know if he's a cool guy. I don't know anything about him bar one single thing. Because he made the news recently. He made the news because it was all over Channel 7 News, it was over Channel 10 News, it was over multiple news sources. He made the news because he was fined. There was a photo taken of him. He got a fine in the mail for cooking a steak in his car whilst driving. And that was on the news. They interviewed him on Channel 7. It was on The Project. There's a bunch of stuff, right? The police commissioners talked about it. Politicians talked about it. This guy that got a fine for cooking a steak while driving, right? It has since come out, like today or whatever. I just saw this because I go on Reddit, and this is my first hearing of this guy. When I saw this in the news, my initial thought was, absolutely, this did not happen. Has no one checked this? This did not happen. I guarantee you, this did not happen. Are you serious? Anyway, I was right because on Reddit, he posted like a behind the scenes thing of like him making the thing and making a fake document that looks like he's gotten a fine. So he posted on social media saying, I got a fine. He never got a fine. He was in a parked car cooking a steak, took a black and white photo, then made it look like he'd gotten a letter, you know, with that photo in it. And he just lied on social media, and all these news networks didn't check it for a second. Didn't even fucking follow up for a minute. And it went on all these social media networks. He trolled them and they just ran with this story. They interviewed him. They ran with this fucking story because like if you work in the media, like I know dumb cunts on Twitter will just believe anything they see. They do it on Reddit. They do it on Instagram all the time. It's crazy. I'm continuously shocked how dumb most people are. Like I've posted sketches online. I posted a sketch of an interrogation. Like it was a comedy sketch where I was being interrogated by the police, and it was comedy. Like it was for a Channel 7 TV show. It was like there was a laugh track, and I posted that online, and people genuinely, the sketch kind of took off a little bit, and people genuinely, there were so many people that genuinely thought this was a real interrogation, and they're going like, you know, why are the police doing this? Like, that's beyond police powers. And it's shocking how dumb, like, people will believe anything. If you upload footage from Lord of the Rings, someone will believe it. And so Jackson made this post on Reddit saying like, I fooled the media and blah, 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 how dog shit is the media. And everyone sort of was like, yeah, the media is dog shit. And they are. They are. Because they're like, you got all this money, check it. Fucking check one thing. What are you doing if you're not checking the basic fact? The other week I said, the media don't outright say things that are bullshit. Well, they do. They actually do, because they report on social media. But this is the thing that people stopped. The thing that people on Reddit didn't seem to realize, everything on social media is bullshit. Every post you see is bullshit. No one's ever said anything real, ever. Your default should be, this is fake. This is viral marketing. This is like someone trying to boost their profile, whatever. This is fake. And 99% of the time you are correct. Nothing you see on social, it doesn't matter what it is. They can upload footage of like, you know, I've seen it happen all the time. I've seen footage of like the Gulf War from the 90s uploaded saying this just came out of Ukraine, you know, and people go, wow, fuck, I didn't know there was a desert in Ukraine. Like people will believe anything you say because they're dumb, and social media sucks and you should never look at it. But also the media sucks because they just, if you like, listen to me now. Listen to me now. Yes, I've got to do fart sounds. I have to do fart sounds. If you think I can't do this show without doing a bunch of fart sounds, you're a fucking idiot. But if you are in the media right now, listen to me. If your story is about something that happened on social media, it isn't a story. If your story is people took to social media, delete everything you've written, get rid of it. It's worthless. It's not news. It's not a story. If your story is one man on social media shocked the world, not a story. It's fake. It was made up. It was not real. If your story starts with like one woman on social media has a great hack for, it's fake. It's made up. It's not real. It's not a story. It's not news. You are writing yourself out of a job, you fucking idiot. If you say the word Twitter or Instagram in your news story, it isn't news. It's made up. You've made it up. It's fucking nothing. All right, so I don't know if this Jackson Doherty, I've said his name a bunch of times. I have got his Instagram ready to go. I'm going to open it up. I literally heard of him today. Never heard of who this cunt was, or like yesterday or whatever the day, like every fucking day blurs into one another. But I've just heard of him. I've never looked him up. I have no idea who this cunt is. This is the first time I've heard of him. Is he a fuckhead? Let's have a look. Jackson Doherty, opening the Instagram. Is he a fuckhead? Oh, fuck. Yes. Yes, he is. And so much more than even I could have predicted. His first Instagram post, a pinned post, is him with a high fade haircut standing in a crowd of people with his hands on his hips, looking stoic, with a t-shirt that says, and I quote, "I love black pussy." That's him. What's the video? Mama didn't raise no pronoun, and it's him sculling beers and looking at UFC. Oh, man, the worst. He's so much worse than I thought he was going to be. Dark jokes. He's got a video, what do you call a bee that can't fly properly? Kobe. Oh, yeah, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter accident, and then he's making funny faces. And, oh, man, this guy's like, he's got shirt off. He's got abs. Anyone who's got abs is a fuckhead. He's in utes he's standing next to kangaroos. US. Oh man, this guy sucks. Aussie dad versus emo son. He's got a photo of him standing in the snow with a helicopter behind him with his shirt off, just looking stoic out into the snow. What a cunt. What a cunt. Like, you can judge a book by its cover when the title of the book is this book sucks. I'm a fucking dog cunt. Don't read this book. I fucking suck ass. Yeah. That's the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like my podcast. Get onto my Patreon. If you support me, Greg Larson at Patreon. I can keep making episodes. I've got like extra episodes out now on Patreon, so have a listen. Anyway, love you. See ya. Oh, what the fuck? Stop.
The Greg Larson Show. The big unit is ready to go. The Greg Larson Show. Muck around on the marzipan. A fresh custard in his hand. The greatest podcast in all the land. Greg Larson Show.